This evening, Lusignan prison wardens stop contraband smuggling. Burglars use blowtorches to break into Stockbrook Market jewelry stall. Teenager remanded for stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars in car parts. CARICOM committee recommends marijuana decriminalization in the region. Mexico elects a new president. And internationally, lost boys football team found in cave in Thailand.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Bramwell Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Today is Tuesday, July the 3rd, 2018, and this edition of Headline News is now being streamed live on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. Wardens at the Lusignan prison stop another contraband smuggler. Bibi Bacchus has more in our top story.
At around 2 a.m. this morning, an unknown individual was seen by police and prison ranks at the northeastern section of the holding area of the Lusignan prison. The person attempted to throw a black plastic wrapped parcel over the fence. Reports are that ranks fired at the individual who made good his escape. However, in the process, the person dropped the parcel. A check of the area revealed 10 parcels, a camouflage hat, and some camouflage pants. Checks were conducted by both police and prison ranks of the adjoining village and access roads. However, the individual escaped. When opened, the parcel contained 1,002 grams of cannabis, a large quantity of tobacco leaves, 4 cell phones, 1 charger, 1 earpiece, and 33 packets of Bristol cigarettes. This is the most recent confiscation of contraband in the prison. On June 11th, police shot at a would-be smuggler, and on June 20th, a search of the prison yielded cannabis, improvised weapons, and other forms of contraband. Nonetheless, an investigation into this incident is ongoing. Channel 2 Headline News, Bibi Bacchus.
Thanks, Bibi. Just ahead of the 39th meeting of CARICOM heads of government in Jamaica, the Regional Commission on Marijuana has announced its recommendations regarding legalization. Esther Sobers has more in this report.
The Regional Commission on Marijuana has made recommendation for the decriminalization of marijuana across the Caribbean member states, but in controlled and regulated amounts, as in the case of alcohol, according to the CARICOM Secretary General, Ambassador Erwin LaRocque. They recommended the criminalization of marijuana. They recommend that it be deemed a substance that is controlled and managed as alcohol. The Secretary General said, while noting, however, there is some concern about controlling it in terms of youth and adolescent use. The recommendations are also based on extensive consultations in several CARICOM nations. The call to legalize marijuana in the region forms part of the recommendations that will be examined during the 39th regular meeting of Conference of Heads of Governments of the Caribbean Community in Jamaica. The Regional Commission on Marijuana was established by the decisions of 25th Intersessional Meeting of CARICOM Heads of Governments on March 2014 with a mandate to investigate the use of marijuana. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. ExxonMobil pledges to donate $10 million to conservation and green development efforts in Guyana. Here's Shamar Allen with more.
The ExxonMobil Foundation has promised to contribute $10 million to a new collaboration with Conservation International and the University of Guyana. Kevin Murphy, president of the ExxonMobil Foundation, said, "This partnership will support the highest conservation priorities for the country as well as education and training for sustainable employment. It reinforces the government objectives as outlined in its Green State development strategies and demonstrates the value we place on our long-term relationship with the citizens of Guyana. The ExxonMobil Foundation will provide the investment over 5 years. This grant money will fund Conservation International Guyana and the University of Guyana efforts to deliver education, training, research, and re-intention programs that will help ensure that economic growth reinforces Guyana's environmental development goals. The investment is also intended to expand conservation area in the Rupununi wetlands and mangrove restoration and management and support improvements to community-based fishing on Guyana's coast. Channel 2 Headline News, Shamar Allen.
Thanks, Shamar. Last night, the family of Shimon West and Shalom Allen held the Candlelight Vigil for the two brothers while calling for drivers to be more careful on the nation's roadways. Esther Sobers has more.
It has been a week since the two brothers, Shimon West and Shalom Allen, lost their lives on the Denamsel public road. Many friends, family members, and fellow villagers were so hurt by the senseless killing that they held a candlelight vigil in remembrance of the brothers. Reflecting on the life of the brothers, mourners expressed their condolences to the deceased family whilst calling for drivers to exercise more caution on the roads.
I would say communal, simply because of the fact that I know for sure Shimon might have been friends with every single family in the community, and I know that he would have impacted lives in several ways, many different ways for each family.
Firstly, the drivers, please be careful on the road. Please look out for the pedestrians especially. And as a grief advocate, I would just encourage anyone who is experiencing any type of grief or loss to just speak to someone, and you're not alone, and there's always support. And one of the most important things is to have community support, family and friends just being there to help you through that tough time.
Today, hundreds of persons gathered to bid farewell to the brothers who were laid to rest. Meanwhile, the two accused minibus drivers are currently in police custody. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Don't go away. Coming up after the break. Teenager remanded for stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars in car parts. And burglars use blowtorch to break into Stockbrook Market jewelry stall. But first, here's today's foreign currency exchange rates. For the latest in news from Guyana, the region, and beyond, visit our website, headlinenewsguyana.com.
The Big King you love just chickened out. Introducing the new Chicken Big King with 2 crispy chicken patties and our signature king sauce. The new Chicken Big King, now part of our Burger King favorites. Only at Burger King, where taste is king.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Are you kidding me? Really? So wrong. That is not what we were taught at the Green Generation Guyana camp.
Is this the correct way to do it? Drivers, you have 2 options that you can use. First, you can temporarily put your empty plastic bottles in the trunk of your vehicle or on the ground on the passenger side next to you. Or secondly, place them in the nearest garbage bin you see. We need you to play your part in helping us keep the environment clean and healthy. A message from the Ministry of Communities, Green Generation Guyana Sanitation Program. For more information, please contact us on 592-227-2605, or you may find us on the World Wide Web at www.moc.gov.gy.
You know, I'm tired telling you. Stop thief electricity. Shh. Don't shush me. You're going to kill yourself and burn down people out. Stop, I'm telling you. Stop. This man don't hear you know. Hiya go. Look, I fed up with this stupidness, eh? I gonna fix this one here once and for all. Hello, GPL? Here now, I got a big problem wrong here. They got this chap who continuing to do it. Alright, Skipper, you are under arrest for stealing the electricity.
How we gonna live now?
People, stealing electricity is dangerous to life and property, and it is also against the law.
Back. On July the 2nd, 2018, the Demerara Harbor Bridge Corporation celebrated its 40th anniversary. Speaking at the event, Minister of State Joseph Harmon said there is no reason for the current structure to be demolished. According to Harmon, 2 bridges are better than 1. And he noted that as minister responsible for Region 3, Essequibo Islands, West Demerara, he will be lobbying for the upkeep of the bridge even after the new one is completed. This is a departure from what Minister of Public Infrastructure David Patterson had said last year about the fate of the 40-year-old bridge. He wanted to demolish the old bridge and start with the new. Today, a teenager was remanded to jail for stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of car parts. Today, a 17-year-old appeared at the Georgetown Magistrates Court charged with simple larceny. 17-year-old Randy Smith of East Rheinbelt appeared before Magistrate Judy Latchman and was not required to plead to the charge. It is alleged that on the 2nd of February to the 10th of March 2018 at West Rheinbelt, Smith stole 4 Hummer shocks and 4 speakers at a total cost of $440,000, all belonging to Anthony Singh. Smith denied committing such a crime. However, the prosecution objected as Smith gave the court a different address than the one presented to the police, and that after taking the police to the location where the items were, he escaped. Randy escaped from police custody and was recaptured on the 28th of June 2018. Bail was refused, and Smith was remanded to tomorrow's date, July 4th, where he will make an appearance before Magistrate Fabio Azore. Caribbean Airlines has just announced the implementation of new restrictions on carry-on luggage. Esther Sobers tells us more in this report.
Caribbean Airlines has recently announced that persons traveling to the USA will now have new guidelines when carrying items overseas. On June 30, 2018, the United States Transportation Security Administration, TSA, instructed airlines that the new carry-on baggage restrictions are in effect for all passengers flying to that country, especially any powder-like substance with the exception of baby formula. Medically prescribed powder-like substances and human remains will now be forbidden in carry-on and cabin luggage if the quantity of the substance is over 350 milliliters, 12 ounces, or 350 grams. Caribbean Airlines disclosed that the same limitation applies to the capacity of the container, which cannot be over 350 milliliters. The USA has restricted the placement of powder-like substances in carry-ons. All passengers flying to the USA must give up any powder-like substance over this amount and place it in their checked baggage for transportation in their baggage hold of the aircraft. These directives come from the heels of a recent meeting between representatives of the TSA and Guyana Civil Aviation Authority. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Burglars use blowtorches to break into jewelry stall at Starbrook Market. One of the oldest jewelry shops in Georgetown has been robbed for the first time in its existence. An unknown number of persons broke into L.C. Prasad, Mirage & Sons in Starbrook Market, carting off several pieces of jewelry. Sometime between last night and this morning, the men entered the market and used blowtorches and other tools to cut through the shop's grills and safe. There is no evidence of forced entry into the market itself. However, the shop's alarm had been tampered with. One city constable claims that the crime must have been committed after 4 this morning, as he did not see anything amiss during his daily inspection of the market. A nearby stall owner was the first to discover the scene shortly before 7 a.m. According to the owners, many items were stolen, but it is too early to give an accurate assessment of how much. Nonetheless, based on the nature of the business, it is presumed that losses have reached into the millions. When the newscast came to the scene, detectives were dusting for fingerprints and looking for other pieces of evidence. Police were able to recover a jersey and a blowtorch, which they believe was the same one used to break into the safe. Police are currently combing through CCTV footage from nearby shops. No suspects have been identified as of yet. Nevertheless, an investigation is in progress. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, Mexico elects a new president, and lost boys football team found in a cave in Thailand. But first, here's this week's Bridge Retraction schedule.
The Big King you love just chickened out. Introducing the new Chicken Big King with 2 crispy chicken patties and our signature king sauce. The new Chicken Big King, now part of our Burger King favorites. Only at Burger King, where taste is king.
Are you kidding me? Really? So wrong. That is not what we were taught at the Green Generation Guyana camp.
Is this the correct way to do it? Drivers, you have 2 options that you can use. First, you can temporarily put your empty plastic bottles in the trunk of your vehicle or on the ground on the passenger side next to you. Or secondly, place them in the nearest garbage bin you see. We need you to play your part in helping us keep the environment clean and healthy. A message from the Ministry of Communities, Green Generation Guyana Sanitation Program. For more information, please contact us on 592-227-2605, or you may find us on the World Wide Web at www.moc.gov.gy.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Mom, what are you doing with GPL on your list?
Child, you forgot I have to pay GPL?
You got time with GPL?
I have to keep these lights on. The customers who think in that manner and refuse to honor their obligation to GPL are obviously not playing their part in ensuring quality service delivery. So, I will continue to pay my GPL bill on time, every time.
I recognize the value of your point, Mom. You were right.
Welcome back. Now here's Bibi Bacchus with the regional and international headlines of the day.
Neymar scored 1 goal and played a key role in the second as Brazil edged out Mexico in Samara to reach the World Cup quarterfinals for a 7th consecutive time. It means Mexico are once again eliminated at the last 16th stage, as they have been at every World Cup since 1994. This was Brazil's 227th goal at the World Cup, meaning they overtake Germany as the all-time top scorers. Voters overwhelmingly chose Andrés Manuel López Obrador as Mexico's next president, embracing his leftist platforms and his criticism of U.S. President Donald Trump. López Obrador, known by his initials AMLO, will succeed President Enrique Pena Nieto on December 1st. He is vowed to tackle Mexico's most dire challenges, poverty, violence, and corruption, while denouncing elitism and welcoming populism to the country's highest office. But internationally, many will be watching how AMLO's respectful but contemptuous attitude towards Trump will play out. And in international news, 12 boys and their football coach trapped in a Thai cave are alive, but will need to learn to dive or wait months for flooding to recede before they can get out, the army says. The group has been missing for 9 days before they were found by divers late on Monday in a small dry ledge. Rescuers are now battling rising waters to bring more supplies to the group. They may need to have food sent in for at least the next 4 months, according to the military. Attempts were being made to install power and telephone lines inside the cave to let the boys speak with their parents. And finally, Philip Wilson, now Archbishop of Adelaide, is the most senior Catholic globally to be convicted of the crime. He was found guilty by a court last month of covering up abuse by a pedophile priest in New South Wales. On Tuesday, the court ordered Wilson to be assessed for home detention, meaning he will probably avoid jail. Magistrate Robert Stone said the senior clergyman has shown no remorse or contrition. He will be eligible for parole after 6 months. For Channel 2 Headline News, Bibi Bacchus.
Thanks, Bibi. Here's the weather for the week. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Tuesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, headlinenewsguyana.com. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast, saying thank you for welcoming us into your home, and do have a blessed evening.